What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So, what is the saying? Closed mouths don't get fed. I want to talk a little bit about this. Let me show you this first. And this is from The Light Still Shines. And they posted this comment. It says, "You got to demand change from the politicians. Otherwise, they're going to walk all over you." And I always learn things when I read the comments. Okay. Some good, some bad, mostly good. But, sometimes people will say things. It's like, what are they saying? They're not even making sense. But this makes a lot of sense. When it comes down to it, when it comes to politicians, we know that if we don't say anything, then they're usually not going to move forward with legislation. They're not going to do it on their own, okay? Because you have to think of it like this. And this is the way that I think of it, okay? Whether it be right or wrong, this is the way that I think about it. When it comes to politicians, they will use some of these issues that are going on right now, okay? Social Security being one of them. Immigration's another one, the economy, all these different issues. They will use these issues as think of it like this. It's a product. They're trying to sell you something. Okay. So if it's immigration, you'll have one side trying to sell you the fact that, oh, we're going to seal up the border. That is the product that we're selling to you. So vote for us. And then you might have Social Security. You might have Democrats saying, look, we want to provide an increase for you for Social Security. Vote for us. And just all the economy. You'll have one side saying, look, the economy is great, or look, the economy was great when I was president, or look, the economy was great when I was in Congress, so vote for me. And so you're going to have this. Crime is another one. That's a big one. If crime is up, then you're going to have the other side saying, look, crime is up and we're in power right now. That's why crime isn't up, and vice versa. So you're going to see that all the time. And it's up to us when politicians are out there selling these products. It's up to us to let them know, okay, you're selling the product, deliver on that product. Because it would be just like me. Let's say I have a eBay account and I'm selling a product, but I never send the product. You purchase the product, but I never sell it to you. How would you feel? You would be very upset, right? And most likely you would follow up. But if you don't follow up, then guess what? I'm going to sell that product to you. I'm going to sell it to all these different people and just never deliver it. So we need to follow up. And so when you have politicians out there talking about, yes, I want to reform Social Security. Okay, that's great. That's great that you want to reform Social Security, but guess what? You have to deliver. And if you don't deliver, then we're going to have to get someone there that will deliver. Okay. Now, when I say deliver, that could be good or bad. And that's another thing that we need to focus on. What is the product that they're selling? Because Social Security, there's a couple of different products that are being sold when it comes to Social Security. I won't say a couple. There's several different products that are being sold when it comes to Social Security. So you have to know what politician is selling what product. Because one politician could be selling the product of, yes, we're going to increase Social Security. Another politician could be selling a product of, we're going to cut Social Security. Another politician could be selling a product of, we want to protect Social Security. So we don't want to expand it. We don't want to give you any increase. We just want to protect it, to prolong it for another 75 years or prolong it for another 10 years. And so we need to know where they are. What product are they selling? Because some of the products are good. Protecting Social Security, providing an expansion for Social Security, that's a good product. That's a really good product. That's probably the best product out there. But then you might have some politicians selling some other products that aren't as good. Raising the full retirement age, that's not a good product. But you have politicians that are selling that product. And so we have to be very, very careful when it comes to the products. But we also need to make sure that they follow through on the products. Because you have a lot of politicians out there right now selling products. It's an election season. They're all going to be selling products. But are they following through with the products? And have they followed through with the products in the past? That's also important to note. And are their products realistic? That's another thing. Let's say I'm selling something on eBay and it's an unbelievable deal. And I'm talking about this deal like it's the greatest thing in the world. And guess what? I don't deliver on that product because I can't. Build a wall. We remember that, right? We're going to build a wall, and who's paying for it? Mexico. Did we build the wall? Did Mexico pay for it? No. How are we going to make another country pay for our wall? It'd be very, very hard. And so things like that, when you hear that kind of stuff and you see that it wasn't delivered on and it couldn't really realistically be delivered on to have them pay for it, sure, we could pay for it ourselves. But guess what? If a president is saying we're going to build a wall, Mexico's going to pay for it, and then Mexico doesn't pay for it, and then now he still needs to build a wall, guess where the money needs to come from? Not from the president. The money needs to come from Congress. Ultimately, to complete the wall, it's going to need to come from Congress. And so Congress has to actually pass a bill to fund building the wall. So that's how that works. So just knowing those little things, when you're hearing lawmakers come out and say different things, you'll know, okay, this is possible, this isn't possible. And criticism that President Biden's getting right now is back in 2020, he said that he would support a raise of $200 per month for people receiving Social Security benefits. The president can't deliver on that. Why? Because that money needs to come from Congress. And so by saying that he supports it doesn't mean he's saying that he can do it. He's saying that he can support it. However, it's understandable that if someone says, well, I support this, that you would think, okay, they're going to move forward and get that to us. But we have to know all the intricacies when it comes to Congress and when it comes to the president, who has the power to do what. And when it comes to stuff like that, Congress has to pass it. And then the president can sign off on it. And so on this channel, I talk a lot about legislation and how things can move through Congress. And it's important. It's very important in an election year for us to pay attention to what these politicians are saying, hold them accountable, and understand what's attainable, what's possible, because a lot of the stuff that they say, I won't say a lot, some of the stuff that they say is not attainable. It's not possible. And they won't be able to do it by themselves. Okay? Well, mainly the president. The president is not going to be able to do a lot of this stuff because it costs money. And if it costs money, it's going to have to come from Congress. And so in conclusion, when it comes to politicians, it is our job to make sure that they're doing their job. Okay, we are the boss in this situation. We're the ones who hired them. They came to us for a job interview. They sat down. We saw their qualifications. We listened to what they had to say. They made their promises. And now it's up to us to hold them to that. And if we are not willing to hold them to that, then guess what? They're just not going to work. They're not going to do anything. They don't need to, because they can keep their job for years and years because we're not paying attention. And so we need to see the products that they're selling and then hold them accountable and say, okay, you sold this product. What happened to it? I never received it. And why didn't I receive it? And then if they don't have an answer to that, okay, then we're going to start opening up more job interviews. At least every 2 years, we can open up job interviews for representatives. Every 6 years for senators, every 4 years for president. And that's what we need to do. But we need to find the products that we want, not the products that they want, and not the products that are unattainable. So I want to know what you guys think about this, so let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.